And now I'm done with my database. I can move over to projects, and I want to make a new project. So click File, New Project, and I want to select Java Web Application. It's important to note if you don't have this as an option, you may have a version of NetBeans that doesn't have the web application modules. So you should go out to netbeans.org and click on Download and get the product in the far right. There's different additions to it. I'll say Next, and I'll give it a name. Let's call it Award Wallet Lite. I don't have to change any of the default settings. Should say class fish and J2EE. Maybe not, yours may not say 7, but that's okay. Don't worry about checking anything and say Finish. And give it a second to create it. And I want to right-click on it and say Set as Main Project. And this is just an empty web project. My next step is to create Java code that will store data for the different database tables. So in the model view controller, the database and this code together make the model. I do that by right-clicking, say New, go to Other, and find the Persistence folder. And I want to select Entity Classes from Database. Entity Classes is another term for classes that store data representing a database table. Say Next, and it will give you some message that it cannot connect to the database, but don't be worried. Select the drop down and say New Data Source. Make it JDBC / we called it Award Wallet. Select the database connection, and you should have one. These are JDBC drivers. You should have a connection here for Award Wallet. Say OK. And there are your tables. Click Select Add All and say Next. And now we want to give it a package name. Many people call the package Entity, but I want to call it Model just so we know that this is part of the model, as in the model view controller. I'm going to say Next, and we can select the defaults, and it'll give it a second, and it will read the database tables and make Java classes to store the data in. And you can look here. So this uses a Java framework, so you don't see a lot of